Alright, well, I've got a little bit different things going on here today. No good morning coffee. Well, I did have good morning coffee, but I went out to breakfast with my bestie who lives next door, and we had a nice conversation. We pretty much agree on most things. We've been friends for over 40 years, so we know each other really well. We are a big support to each other whenever we have issues, and whenever we need to talk about things, to just get things out, we do that too. So our kids grew up together, and they're about all the same age, so it was like a really nice friendship all these years. We've had our little spats every now and then, but in the end we get over it and we just come back together. Now, last summer we had a nice summer. We set up a little area in the backyard where we kind of met and had a couple drinks, or we had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and we really had a nice summer last year. So I'm on my way to my mom's house. I haven't been over there in a little while. She was at my house Christmas Eve, but that was the last time that I saw her. So I figured I'd better get over there and see if she needs something. And she still lives on her own. It's her choice. Family members have offered to either live with her or have her live with them, but she doesn't really want anything to do with that, and I've offered to have her stay with me, but she is comfortable in her own home, and she still navigates around her own home just fine. So hopefully when I get older, if God blesses me with that many days on this earth, then I'll stay in my home hopefully too. So I think about that sometimes, and I think, well, I could get myself a tiny house or something and put it on, well, if my daughter's still living where she lives, they have 7 acres. I could do that. Or one of those granny pods. That would work. Because I think most older people want their own space. Now, I know in a lot of cultures, it's multi-generational people living in one household, and that works out great too. But I think most people, well, I can't even say most. I should say some people just enjoy their independence and their own space, and I'm definitely one of those people. I need a lot of space to myself. I've always been that way. I need a lot of alone time. I was an only child, so I always could entertain myself, and I didn't need a whole lot of people around me 24/7. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. My mom wasn't sure if she wanted to go shopping or not, because she does not drive anymore, so I'm kind of her go-to person to take her shopping. But it usually turns into an all-day project, which I'm trying to avoid, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So anyway, that's where I'm headed, and if I'm not too tired, then I'll just try to start putting that little corner cabinet together that arrived yesterday. And I got one of the lampshades that I ordered. I thought I had ordered 2, but it turned out I had only ordered 1. So, and I love that lampshade, and I'll show it to you. It's really, really pretty. And it kind of changes the look of the room. Of course, anything that you do like that, changing up your pillows, pillows, your throw blankets, and change the look of a room. But I was kind of tired. I like the lamps, but I was kind of tired of the lampshades. I mean, they've been on there for 23 years, so sometimes I like to change it up. And some of us like to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, like I said, altogether I spent about $400 to spiffy up my living room. And so far I like everything I got. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that that corner cabinet will fit where I want it to fit. So what I'm trying to achieve there is sort of a whole corner wall unit kind of thing, but with a hodgepodge of different cabinets and things. So, and I store most of my office stuff in there, and my computer, and of course my TV is there. So now I'm looking for like ball bearing rollers that I can attach to the bottom of my recliner chair, and hopefully it won't be too heavy, and I'll be able to turn that into a chair that I can spin around in different directions depending on what the need is. But most of the time I just keep it facing the TV because that's how I use it, just to view TV. So rather than getting a whole new chair, which, because I haven't had this chair that long and it's in good condition because the dogs don't get up there, so they haven't been able to ruin it. But I do like the chair, and it wasn't super expensive, but it has the electric reclining mechanism, because the pushback chairs are not my favorite. You know, they get to be kind of a pain in the butt. So I like the chair, so I'm going to try and work with it so that it fills my needs of being able to turn the chair around when I have company. So anyway, that's what I'm up to today. So I'm going to probably just go have a cup of coffee with my mom. I had coffee in the restaurant, and my friend and I usually end up going to a restaurant down the street, and their prices are kind of reasonable, but I usually only eat half my breakfast, and I take the rest home, and then I eat it like the next day, and I get 2 meals. So if I do it that way, it ends up not being that expensive. So anyway, well, I'm going to sign off, and I'll be back later. Day out today. The sun has finally come out. It was raining and gloomy earlier. Still lots of clouds up there, but it's a nice, refreshing day. Intermittent clouds, intermittent sunshine, and the high is going to be 47 here in Ohio today. At least in my little corner of the world, it's going to be 47. So I'm on the way to my mom's, and it's not an unpleasant drive. You know, even when I have to go places, I try to avoid the highways anymore. It didn't bother me driving them when I was younger. In fact, part of my job, I had to drive all over Ohio to different nursing facilities, and you know, I was like a regional manager. So, but I don't like driving the highways anymore. There's too many crazy drivers. They drive too fast and they're impatient. So whenever I can take a scenic route or a back route, that's what I do. In fact, on my GPS here on my phone, I have it set up to take alternate routes besides the highways. I just don't enjoy them. So we used to live around this neighborhood years and years ago. Not this particular street, but this used to be my old haunt, is that what you call it? Where I spent a lot of time in North Olmsted. My kids went to North Olmsted schools, but I haven't lived here in, over 30 years. So, but we lived here for about 20 years, and I enjoyed it. I liked living here, but that's been a long, long time ago. And my neighbor, who's my neighbor now, we were neighbors in the same neighborhood. We just lived a couple houses apart from each other. So when I decided to move and build a house, she decided to come along with me. So we built attached cluster homes. So the only thing that divides our houses is the garages. So it's really nice living right next door to your best friend, and we've had a lot of laughs over the years. We've had a lot of tears over the years when bad things happened. So it's nice to have that support. So, all right, I'm almost to my mom's, and I'll be back. Well, I went to Aldi's. I took my mom to Aldi's, so of course I shopped around too, and I got a few things. I picked up a few different things, and I also had to run to Giant Eagle because we forgot her tomatoes, and Giant Eagle is right up the street from her, so I had to go get her some tomatoes. So anyway, let me show you what I bought. So from Giant Eagle, they had this Schmiracle cashew spread, and it's $6.48. I know, expensive, right? But it was buy one, get one free. So I got 2 of those. I got this, that was from Giant Eagle. I got this from Giant Eagle too. It was $5.29, hickory smoked. And then this Tofurkey Treehouse Tempeh. It's good. Can have some BLT or something. So I got that. Let's see, what else did I get from Giant Eagle? Oh, I got some black cherries. They were $2.99 a pound. I got some for me and some for my mom. That was a decent price. So that was it for Giant Eagle. Then from Aldi's, I got this garlic ranch. It's organic, $2.99. I love their ranch, so I thought I'd try garlic ranch this time because I do like garlic. And also I got this everything bagel seasoning, and it's Asiago cheese flavored, and I like Asiago cheese, so I got that, $1.69. Then I thought these were interesting, so I picked up this 90-second long grain and wild rice. It's microwavable, it's fully cooked for $1.39. And I thought I would mix it with this plant-based taco filling, because this is pretty saucy. So I thought I could have some tacos, because I have a lot of tortillas that I want to use up. So I'll make little street tacos. Plus that, tomorrow I'm going to go over my daughter's for New Year's Eve, and they're having like a taco bar. So I'll mix these two together, and I'll take those for me to eat, or anybody else that wants some. And then I hadn't seen this before. I have no idea if it's any good. Pulled jackfruit. This one happens to be lightly seasoned for $2.48. And I do like jackfruit. I've made it before. And then they had the sweet barbecue. So I wanted to try those two, just for something different. And then they had these crispy green beans. I thought those would be nice for a side. They were $4.99. And then I also got, these were marked down to $1.99, and I saw these exact same ones at Giant Eagle for like $6. So I picked these up. I've had them before. I like them. They're delicious. So I'll have those with a dinner. So, yeah, this is why I stay out of the stores. But I got some good things that I know I'll like. So I hope I like the jackfruit. If not, I won't buy it again. But that's what I picked up when I went shopping with my mom. It's the new lampshade I got. I thought I ordered 2, but I only ordered 1, so I'm waiting for the other one to come. And it's metal and it's cut out, and I really love it. I think it's really pretty. So I got that yesterday. Okay, I got my stuff put away, and yeah, I had to go take my mom shopping because of the holiday and all that. You know, it was like, okay, it's time. And she was out of quite a few things, so not that she doesn't have any food in the house. She has a lot of food in the house, but she was running low on tomatoes, which she always has to have, and bread. You know, she still had some, but she was running low, so I figured the weather's going to be turning in a few days, getting back to cold, and today was a decent day. It started off gloomy and rainy, but then it went up to about 47, something like that, and the sun actually came out, so I'm glad I went today. So, you know, when you live in a climate like here in Ohio, you kind of have to plan your shopping. So, I don't know, I have to look into Instacart to see if they'll deliver groceries to another address rather than only here, because in an emergency then I can shop online for my mom and just have them drop it off at her house. But you know, I mean, she can't do that anymore. She's, oh my goodness, somebody has to go potty. So I'll be right back. I have to go potty. Oh, you're such good puppies. You're such good puppies when you go potty outside. So it's already going to be getting dark here very shortly. But it's still a decent day. All those leaves and things. But this deck is going. So where all these mats are holes in the deck. So that's why I have to have a new deck, because it's just rotting away. So anyway, I don't know, let's take a look real quick out here, see what's going on. Oh, it's just messy, that's all. Looks like typical winter. Everything's brown and gray. So in the spring this comes alive, but I still have to finish some of this fencing in the springtime, and I'll have to work on that definitely while they're doing the deck, because he wants to work on the deck as soon as the weather breaks. So, okay, my beautiful fern is no longer beautiful, but that's okay. In the springtime, we'll start all over again. So, all right. I'm back. So, anyway, I have plans for the garden in the springtime. I have everything set up pretty much the way I want it. I know it looks like a hot mess out there right now, but it's really not. But the fencing still needs to be redone. Lizzie! Oh, somebody's at the mailbox. So back to the garden. I have everything set up the way I want. The fencing I need to reconfigure somewhat. So, so what I do sometimes in the winter, I have a garden book and I just make my plans. What worked, what didn't work, you know. So, but I'm glad I got all that done last fall. I had to go close the blinds or I'll never get through this video. But anyway, yeah, so those are my plans for the garden. And Yeah, it's always a hot mess in the spring. You know, there's still leaves and dirt and but I always get it cleaned up. And it always looks so much nicer once I get the veggies and the flowers in there. And yeah, I still enjoy my garden. I still enjoy gardening. I've had to tweak it so that I can still do it. Nothing on the ground much anymore, just everything up in raised containers. So it took me a few years to gather all those containers so that it's consistent and cohesive. But it worked out real well last year, and next year I hope it will too. I don't know if I'm going to do any winter sowing. I might, just to start some seeds. That worked real well the one year that I did it. I did it in big gallon plastic baggies. And by springtime I had a lot of little starts in there. So, but I don't know, you know, with the basement and that project going on, I've still got to clean the garage. So I may not get around to that. And if that's the case, I'll just go to Mark's and buy their veggies. They're not that expensive. They're not like the nurseries. So it's still fairly cheap for me to buy my plants there. So I've been buying stuff there for years. So, all right, my friends, well, that's all I have for you today. I'm tired. I'm going to go relax a little bit, get in my jammies, make myself a cup of tea, and call it a day. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.